Okay, give it a minute. Right, Malibu? Hmm? Right? I know you want to come over here. There's no room, is there? There's no room. Hi, Vol. Hi, Icy. Vol, I liked your latest sketchbook tour. That was good. Let's see. I pulled something out here. I hadn't used this in a long time. So let me see here. I got to look it over. Where's the applause? I have an applause. Hang on. I'm looking over my little soundboard here that I haven't used this in years. Uh what is a baby? I know. I'm looking for the applause. I know I have applause in here. I was going to give you an applause. Got so many of them. Oh my gosh. So how's everybody doing? Hi, Helen. Let's see. That's just me whistling. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, I got to turn it up. There you go, Vol. Hi, Angela. I have this app for, I don't know, 10 years in my phone. Well, different phones, but they transfer over. And I haven't used it in for so long I forgot I had it. So I said, well, let's just look them over. Hi, Debbie Bruce. Debbie, I answered your email. I got your email. Hi, Miriam, Tori. Let's see what other ones we got here. Well, there's so many. I like to try to use them as we go. Hi, Terry, Pamela. So, yeah, take a bow. Yes, take a bow. I'm gonna giggle the whole time when I play with these. Hi, Janet. Janet, you remember my soundboard? We haven't used it in forever. And I saw it in my apps. I go, I haven't used a soundboard in forever. Oh my gosh. But we're going to be doing mini junk journals today. As you can see. Oh, here we go. This is a good one. Oh, here. In case if Marsh comes in, we'll do this one for Marsh. Hi, Missy. uh, oh. The question about the zines. Go ahead, Missy. Ask away. What's the question? What's the question? Oh my gosh. My eyes are watering now. We'll wait for Missy to ask her question on the zines. I know, I love the chickens too. Oh, let's see. Waiting for Missy. I need to have a cover? No, your first page is your cover page. Let me see if I got something here. Let me go. I got a sample one here. Okay, so yeah. So your first page, this is your cover. It's one sheet. It's just one sheet. Okay, this is the whole zine. And you fold it up. That's your cover. That's your back where you put any information, like what were your prompts, your name, any social media you want to share, whatever. Front and back, and then the 6 pages inside. And you just make copies. Y'all do not make 10 originals. You make one original, you keep your original. Make 10 copies to send to Janet. Copies of this. Hi, Ray. Star. She's allergic to chickens. I just saw, oh, Miriam's allergic to chickens. Like eating them or being around their feathers, Miriam. Let's see. Ask about. You're welcome. Hi, Arlene. And remember, on Monday I said I was going to cover or paint that and varnish the other. What do you call it? What is this book called? Dilutions journal. Well, I did do that. So I painted it and varnished my red journal, and right in the inside and along the edges right there. I didn't varnish this, but I did varnish that. So you can see. Isn't that nice? It looks like, what are those shoes that have the red bottoms? Who makes those? Somebody will know. Boo would know. The shoes that have the red gloss varnish soles to them. That's what this reminds me of. So yeah. Hi, Annette. Anybody else I'm missing? I'm watching Feathers and the Dispositions. Okay. So I have lots of things to show. Nothing new. This is all stuff I had. And then different size journals. And then these that we're going to make. And then all this stuff on my desk. I've got stamps, stencils. I got a list. I got a list of things you should, or not should, could use in your junk journals, regardless of the size. Louis Vuitton. Okay. Louis Vuitton. Is that it? Louis Vuitton. That's remember when, I think I told you all the story when Hubster was looking through a magazine. I don't remember if it was Alaska or some magazine, but anyway, he was looking through the magazine and Boo was real little, and there was that ad. I still have a copy of that ad around here, that where Sean Connery was sitting on a dock with the Louis Vuitton bag sitting next to him. And Hubster says, your Nana loves this. And he was just pointing at the ad. He was pointing at Sean Connery. And Samantha went, Louis Vuitton. And she's now into fashion. She's in fashion merchandising in school. Hi, Miss Lena. Oh, thank you, Debbie. Oh, let me get a sip of my lemon water. I haven't seen Rachel this morning. Hi, CK. Reading chat. So we've been doing smaller junk journals for years, but I came across a girl, BB Henry. Her name is Brooke. And she's real easy to find on Instagram, and she has a YouTube channel. So I came across her and I went, oh, I need to get my junk journals back out. And she made these. Hers are a little smaller than these. I'll show y'all her channel and stuff in a minute. But she made hers are about this small. You know, hers are littler. I just went ahead and folded 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper and cut it down to that size. But you can make them any size you want. And I'll show you how I made those. Here's some of my other ones, some of my older ones. So I just pulled some out just to talk about junk journals and making junk journals. Hi, Julie Topaz. Happy wonderful Wednesday to you. Hi, Mary. Mary makes a lot of junk journals too. And they're not made to finish. Just saying. They are not made to finish. Right, Mary? They are not made to finish. They're made to play in. And so I have a list of things to use. Did I write that one down? I think I did. Yeah. Okay. Hi, Kimberly. I moved my trash can to the side, and I keep wanting to put it back, throw my trash in where I used to have it. It's hard to get used to not having the trash can exactly where you think it should be. Let's see. Let's see. So I like to say good morning. Oh, let me go ahead and show. I got Linda and Terry posted some prompt pictures on IG. Let's go over there. My phone will load it up here in the room. Say now today is loading up good. Some days, I don't know what it is. Some days my phone does not like to load IG in this room. Just in this room. All right, let's see. Let me go over and find Terry. So she did this one. The prompts were Ice World, Camel, and Oranges. And she has, this is what she drew here. And she has the camel saying, I said we should go right at that last oasis. And look, they're carrying oranges on the camels, and they're dripping ice. You're so good at these, Terry. You are really, really good at these. And I think Linda Rince posted one too. I don't have to get another drink of water here. Get my voice going. Let's see, Linda Rince. I think she did. She had coffee mug, song, and Rapunzel. So she has rap, she has songs going on, and the hair, of course, is going everywhere because it's Rapunzel, right? And coffee. That's awesome, Linda. I don't see Linda here yet, but that's awesome, Linda. Hi, Judy O. Let's see. Who else am I missing? Deb E. I think Deb E did something too. What did Deb E do? I think she's been coloring. What have you been doing, Debbie? I've been seeing your stuff. No, baby, you're gonna have to move. I know. There's no place for you up here today. The whole table's completely filled. Yeah, Debbie's been doing coloring. Let me like a couple of hers here. I hadn't seen her newest ones. So Debbie's been doing, whoops, there she is there. Deb E. Mixed Media. She's been doing all these different coloring pages here. So go follow Deb E. Who else? Julie Topaz, what have you been doing lately? I know you're not doing your daily journaling. She did it for like how many years in a row and days in a row, Julie, did you do a piece of art? I think like for 5 years, every single day, something like that. Okay, Mary, that's fine. Lurk away. Let's see. And I did post, y'all, if y'all missed it, I did post the pictures that I did in the frames here. There's a close-ups. These I did on Monday out of this book. And then I did out of, whoops, let me go back. Go back to my homepage. Then out of the sewing book, I did this smaller one. So out of this book. So I did post them on I did post them. Hi, Tina. Thanks for saying good morning to everybody, and good morning to you as well. Let's see. Scrolling. Thanks, Debbie. Yeah, I had fun doing those um, on Monday. All right, I think that's all I have to show. Oh, well, let me go to my photos. Did I have something to show? Seems like I did. But yeah. Not seeing anything else. I showed the picture of Annie and Dan and Logan on Monday. There's their family picture. I thought that was an awesome picture. Logan's the one that plays the guitar and does wrestling. They live out in LA. So he's all into the wrestling. I did show that Inktober, the new Inktober list is on IG if you want to follow their prompts. I don't follow the IG. I don't follow the Inktober prompts, but I have not yet decided what I am going to do for IG. I got Instagram on my mind. For Inktober. Let's see. Hi, Pixie Cora, Rebecca. Love 22 new job aspects. Oh, now. Okay, well, good. Yeah, both Boo and Cam are both out on their own. They've been out on their own for a while, though. Samantha's been in school for a couple years. Cam graduated from he's a hairdresser and artist. So let's see. Who else? All right, I think I said hi. Janet, did I say hi to you? I think I said hi to you, Janet. If I didn't, then hi, Janet. Shaz. Who else? Teresa. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Oh, did Julie answer me? I wanted to see. That is true, Tina. Thank you. Probably more like 9 or 10 years. Super busy with work and life lately and not posting much art. Yeah, I noticed that, but you've got other things going. But at the same time, you have a lot of stuff to look at on IG too. Thank you, Tina. Let's see, Terry B. Arlene. I said hi to Arlene, I think. Okay, so I might have to go turn my air down. I think it's kind of stuffy in here. I don't want to turn on the fan. It's kind of loud. Okay, so I'll start by telling y'all about, let me go to her IG page. I don't know how I came across her. I think I just saw something posted of hers on Instagram. You know, new people pop up all the time because I followed her now, but I had not seen her before. Now, y'all know there's a gazillion ways and people that do messy art journals. There's the messy art journal girls or something like that. I forget their names, but there's just tons and tons of messy art journals. But this girl, I came across her, Brooke Henry, Mixed Media. She goes by BB Henry Art, and she does many, like, look how small these are. She does many art journals or mixed, junk journals, if you will, where you just throw all kinds of stuff in your journals. And I'm going to show you some of mine. Mine are as small as this, and the new ones I made are bigger than the ones she made. But I just wanted to show you can make all different sizes. But go follow her if you want to see all different kinds. Let's see, let me find it. Here's another one. If you want to see all kinds, and I don't sew. Of course, y'all know I don't sew in mine. I use elastic bands to sew any signatures in. But just go, she's got, cute little journals. And so we like to shout out people that come across our path, new people, old people. So, yeah. Let me find one more, maybe. Let's see. No, she's got here's another one. So she just uses pen. I'm going to write, and I wrote down a list of things that we've used and have been used in different, junk journals. And I made a list. Y'all can get your Society of Idea Collectors notebooks out so that you can write down the things that I'm going to read off to you that you can use. But anyway, her name is BB Henry _art. Okay. And they're just so cute. They're all in different colors. So my inspiration from her was to make, and she sews her fabric. I glue. I just put rubber bands on for now, but I'm going to show you stretchy string. And I'll show you how I made these mini ones. Hers are littler. You can cut yours, you can make yours any size you want. So, yeah, so I'll show those. I haven't worked in them yet, so we're going to work in them today. Hi, Angie. Who else? Uh, you're not new, Angie. Oh my gosh. All right. So where do I start? I'll start by the ones I made because these are the ones we're going to use today. Although who knows? And then I'll show you some of this. I pulled my whole table here is full of supplies, and I have a list. Y'all can write down the supplies. Okay. So I'll go through this and then we'll go back and work in these. All right. So thank you, Tina. There's her link right there. BB Henry. And she has a YouTube channel. She also has a YouTube channel where she shows making all these different journals. I've watched one or two. I just kind of really found her on IG, but she has a whole bunch of stuff on YouTube as well. So there's your inspiration for the day. BB Henry _art. Plus, I'm going to show you all my that we've had over the years. Okay, so how I made these is I took, and this is just one. This is like 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock, just cut down. Let me give you the measurements, and you can make yours any size you want. I just made it easy on myself. Okay, so this is, I think it's it's about 4.25 by, what's it, 8.5 by 11. Let's see, by 11. So you have your 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and you can just cut it down. It's double thickness in the middle here. I have a little double thickness of the card. It's just regular cardstock. There's a double thickness in the middle here to make the spine a little bit. Now I didn't smash, I didn't crease it. I just folded it. And then I covered it with fabric. Just covered, I left it raw edge because it's a junk journal. Also has a website with, oh, okay, thanks, Arlene. Arlene must know. But go check her YouTube channel out too. Thanks, Arlene. Did I say hi to you, Kimberly, Judy? I try to catch everybody. Leona. Okay, so then I just covered it with fabric, right? It's just some, fabric. I bought a couple of quarter yards of different colors of fabric, and then I don't have to do them color themed like she did, although I might do a couple of them color themed. I might do a sewing themed one since I have that sewing collage book. You just do whatever you like to do. If you like to paint or sew or doodle or sketch, or you can do anything. That's why it's a junk journal. It's your junk. And I'm not attaching it. This is just with a rubber band, but I will go back and add these. You can buy all different colors of this elastic cording. So you don't have to use rubber bands. Rubber bands will eventually dry out and break. So if you really want your cord to last, and I just pulled this out. I haven't done anything with them yet. We're going to play with them today. Okay. And then I just cut these down just a little bit shorter. It's just cardstock. And I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 9, 10 or so, however many you want, because it's going to bulk up. When you start adding things to these cardstock, it's going to start bulking up. But the thing about having using an elastic as your holder is you can take them out and work on them. So I'm going to do some smack and dragon with the inks. So you can take out the sheet and work on it. You don't have to, you can take it out of the book is what I'm saying, especially when you first do the bases, whether you're inking, painting, whenever you start first putting stuff down, you can take the sheets out if you have them just with not sewn in. Okay. So, and I just put a rubber band around it. I think Brooke put like buttons on hers, and you can do all kinds of closures as well. So there's lots of options, and we're going to play with these here in a little bit. Okay, so let's see who else am I missing. Hi, Barbara and Makes. She will not be smacking dry. Yeah, I don't know. I might be. I might be. No, I won't be saying it. Yes, thank you, Janet. You can get this elastic cording, and it's usually in the jewelry departments. It's usually like in Hobby Lobby. Well, I think Michael's too, but I usually go Hobby Lobby's just closer to me. You can get it. It's usually in the jewelry department, and they have all different thicknesses. This is a thicker cord. It's really flashing. This is really flashing out my camera. These hot pinks, but and they come in all different colors. You can get green, blue, pink, purple. You get all colors. You can get different colors on the same card. You can get it real thin. You can get thinner ones. Like here's some black cording here. See, that's really thin. So in the meantime, though, just you can start by just using rubber bands. But again, the rubber bands will eventually snap. They'll dry out. So, all right. So here we go. Let's go ahead. I'm going to move these to the side for a minute, just show you what I pulled, because I have to have some room to work. So let me just set these down here for a minute and show you some of the things that I pulled. So I did pull a bunch of my different sizes. These are traveler's notebook size junk journals. And then these are just more, I don't know what's, just different. You can make them any size you want. This one is 5 by, this one's 5 by 7. These are 5 by 7s. This one, that's a 5 by 7. These are the regular standard travelers. I think they're 4.5 by 8 size. So yeah, but you can make them any size you like, or are comfortable working in. Yes, exactly, Leah. So you can take the pages out and work in them. Okay. Yeah, no, they're not hair. They're probably the same thing the hair ties are made out of, Angie. They're just cord on a card, but it's all elastic. All right, so let me show some of the things that you can use, and I'm going to read off a list here in a minute too. So y'all get your what do you call it? Idea collecting notebook out if you want to write down some of the idea. I wrote down all this stuff so you can write it down in a list. Here's some different trims. I love these kind of trims here's one where I put these flowers in here. I put, what do you call it? Here's some fabrics on the edges here. I went to the Dolly Museum years ago. Chihuly. Let's see. So anyway, this one's not very much worked in, but you'll see. And I took there's no cord. These are loose. So there's not even a rubber band holding these in yet. But everybody has lots of trims, lace, fabric bits. I pulled out, y'all remember on Monday, I used some of these little snippets of, little pieces of fabric and lace to make those little kits on Monday. You can use just any little bits of fabric, trim, lace, all that. Okay. You can use tapes, different tapes, and we're going to use some of these especially to start with so that you can get loose and not worry about, it's going to be, I'm going to mess it up. Hi, Mark. Good to see you. Pamela. Who else? Hi, Christopher. We're talking about junk journals today. So you can use that. I just pulled some. This is not on my washi tape, but I did pull one of my washi tape trays. I'm going to move this off the table here in a minute so I have some room. I got the solid colors. I got, specialty ones. Some of them are very expensive. Some are real cheap. Like I got all these solid colors at Hobby Lobby on clearance. But then you can go to the washi tape shop and get, let me put some behind it here. I need a piece of, here we go. You can get fancy washi tapes that you can pull these individual or the whole piece. These are the newest ones I think I got. They look like they have burnt edges to them. They come like this with burnt edges. These will be fun to use in a junk journal. I'll just pull one out to remind myself. But they come in, tons of them. Let's see. Let me roll this back up. And, you can get, here's space ones, stars, books. Y'all know. I'm just kind of, rehashing because y'all know all this stuff already. Most y'all, at least y'all that are here. Hi, Aunt Beck. So, here's Annie sent me these little tiny. You can get these little tiny. Look, these little dog stickers are little individuals. They're little individuals. You can get cats, dogs. There's just tons. And like I said, this is just one of my trays here. Underneath, they are all kind of lined up, but I ran out of room, so then they all get piled up. Don't judge me, Janet. So anyway, I just pulled a tray so we can pull from this, or if I feel like I need something else, I'll go over there to my cart where there's tons more. Same, and we're going to use this to start with. But yeah, fabric, lace. So I'm going to kind of go through here. All right. Before I go through the journals. And I just pulled some off the shelf. Y'all know I've got many, many more. Okay. So again, little bits of scraps of fabric, lace, postage stamps. I have some in a little thing here that I pulled from, but you can get old postage at your even my Books A Million has those little bags, those little green bags of canceled postage for, I don't know, $6-7 for 2 or 3 or 400. I forget how many, but there's hundreds in a bag, and they're canceled postage. These are fun to put in your junk journal. So I'm going to I'll leave this here and move the whole big bag off the table. Let's see, who else am I missing? Kathleen. Thanks everybody for being here. We're doing mini junk journals today as opposed to the big junk journals. And if y'all missed it, on Monday I talked about painting and varnishing my Dylusions, my newest Dylusions. My other ones, y'all know I did faux leather on them all. So this one I painted red, like Janet said, it's Louis Vuitton that has the red soled shoes. So I did this yesterday, so it would be dry for today. It's 2 coats of varnish and painted red. So we're not going to work in that today, but I just wanted to show y'all because I said I was going to do it, and I did do it. Okay, little pieces of scraps of paper. The other was scraps of fabric. This is scraps of paper. Little pieces left over from your deli papers from jelly plating. So if you've done jelly plating, you have little scraps of paper. These are good for these little mini books. So I got that out. Yeah, it does look fancy, doesn't it, Anne? Okay. Stencils. I pulled a few stencils. So you can always, do your stencils. I'm going to put that right here too. Stickers. I'm going to have to go get a bite of banana. When I start talking, my voice doesn't go out till I just start talking lots. And that's what's happening here. Stickers. You got your sticker books, your sticker sheets, you just stickers. You can use stickers and, your collage books. If you have collage books like we've been using the last few weeks, collage. Well, I've been using, hang on. I can't. I just can't. Hang on. I'll be right back. I should know to bring up a banana or some Fig Newtons or something so that don't lose my voice at the beginning of the stream. Fig Newton. Okay. So you can use any kind of cutouts, magazines. Don't forget your junk mail. The inside of your junk mail, like your bills and stuff. Do I have any in here? The inside of your bills, those envelopes that have patterns on the inside. Hypocola. More of the curiosity book. You mean the sticker book? This one? Cabinet of Curiosities. This is put out by the Smithsonian. So this is the most expensive sticker book I've ever seen. So it's like $40. This is the most expensive, and it's because it's put out by the Smithsonian. That's why. So, if you want to buy it just to look at, but if you want to use the stickers, I could recommend some other sticker books that are cheaper that have a lot of the same type of stuff, but it's a beautiful book, but it's not cheap. And maybe it's a little cheaper on Amazon now. I bought it a couple years ago. So, and I have used a few out of it. You can see different parts where I've used pieces and bits. There's some bugs. And the back papers, are so pretty too if you want to use those. But how many? I don't know. Let's see. Does it say? Over 1,000. Over 1,000, Teresa. Although I have not counted them. Then you get your flowers and there's just a little of everything, just like the Smithsonian. There's some space. I've used some space ones out of here. See? So yeah. And the end papers are real pretty. And you can always use the book when you're done to make a junk journal. So yeah. The ISBN is 978-1524-872-151. And yeah, they can charge more because of the Smithsonian. Okay, Tina said that it's on Amazon for $25 now. That's a deal because I paid $40 at my bookstore when it first came out. Okay, so you can use your stickers, stencils, acrylic and rubber stamps. I did pull one of my trays here, and we'll probably use some of these. You can use, especially ones that have patterns and, distress looking stuff. These are real good for your junk journals. But, this is upside, I guess. Well, I could just turn them as I go, I guess. But so I got a lot of the Tim Holtz ones. Like this one is real good. I'll pull this just to use today. This one, maybe this one. And so you got a lot of options with your stamps. It's another way to use your stamps. We don't use them near enough. And there's a bunch of moths, letters. Letters are always good. I got one here on this one, so we'll just pull that. And then your acrylic stamps, you got all kinds of, things with acrylic. And I know y'all all know this stuff. I'm just reviewing it because we're, just because this is the stuff we're going to use. And then, let me pull that back off there. Acrylic blocks. A lot of times I don't use acrylic blocks. I just go, this is a good one. I'll pull this one. So I just pulled a few just to remind myself and remind y'all to use your stamps. All right. So everything, and I'm going to read the list off here in a minute and put this down behind me so I have some space to work. I also pulled a big alphabet set out. So if you want to do any kind of like a big word or you're liking that 20, yeah. Are you talking about Janet's rule of putting something in a cart and not buying it for 24 hours? I think that's what you're talking about. Although, yeah, there it is. Okay, so I got these on clearance at Hobby Lobby. They were a couple of dollars when they went on clearance. Okay, some other things that you could use are I have a whole basket full of these little dictionary library series, and it's just little um, dictionary definitions. And these are fun to put in your junk journal. I got a whole thing of those. Same thing for these little mini books of like vellum. They're little vellum like book pages and old contracts and ledger papers. And I got a whole bunch of those. And then here's another little pack of these little, they're just little things that you can use in your junk journal. There's more vellum stuff. So I pulled those. These are the spools off of your ribbon when you buy your ribbon. Now, I don't keep a lot of this kind of stuff because it can get out of control. With just your regular supplies, it's a lot. I have one of these. These are off like those tubes of washi tape and things. These make good stamps, as do these spools. They'll make good stamps. So I pulled a couple of those. And the stencils. Let's see, what else did I pull here? I think that's kind of everything that you can kind of see on my desk. I'm going to go ahead and read you my list because we're going to smack and dragon. I'm going to show you some of these, and then we're going to work in the ones that I made. Let's see. Oh, it's hard for me to buy from Amazon. Angie, you can go to your grocery store and buy now. I don't use credit cards on Amazon either. I go buy the gift cards. Just go pay cash for your gift cards and then just load it up on Amazon. You don't have to have credit cards. Just go buy gift cards at the grocery store and use those. You do not have to have a credit card. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and read you some of the things we're going to use and some of the things I've already shown you. So if you want to write these down, this is not an entire list. I didn't write down markers. Well, I did write down paint, but you got your watercolor, you got your alcohol markers, you got your gel pens, you got your Poscas, you got your you have your Tombos, I'm just looking around here. Of course, I'm going to use inks. I'm going to use ink today, just smack and drag. You can use your inks. You can use your craft paints. So there's all that as well. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with smack and dragging in the books. Not these. I'm going to just show these as samples in the new ones I made. And don't forget, my inspiration today is BB Henry _art. Her name is Brooke. I just found her on Instagram a week or two ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I followed her on YouTube as well. So we're going to use her inspiration to work in these little journals today, little ones. Okay. All right. So we're going to smack and drag. And if you don't know what that is, hold on. We're going to use it. Jelly plated papers and deli plated, if you use your jelly plate or if you use deli papers and you got paint, from your jelly plating, those little snippets. Let's see, and here's some tissue paper. I think I have some little scraps in here of jelly plated papers, like jelly plated papers. If you have little scraps of those, we're going to use that. And stencils. Okay. So deli paper, tissue paper, and the small paper scraps like this, words, letters, and numbers, and whether you stamp them or write them, those are also awesome for small journals. Thank you, Tina. Yeah, Tina, there's her Instagram, and she also has a YouTube channel. Okay, so let's see. All right. Words, letters, numbers, stencils, Poscas, and then I'll just add markers. You can just write down markers. You can use your watercolors, your acrylic paints. I'm going to be using my inks. Y'all know there was a big clearance a couple years ago, and since a few other colors too, of these acrylic inks at Hobby Lobby, and we all went and bought them all for $1.50. We stocked up. Stickers, postage stamps, rubber stamps or acrylic stamps, ribbon, trim, lace, fabric. Okay, you can use all of those. Tapes, washi tapes, and then you can use scribbles, drips, scraping. I got my palette knife out. We're going to scrape. Then you can use, I said paint. Then you can add quotes or word definitions, or you don't have to have a meaning for any of it. You don't have to have a purpose for these. Y'all know I used to do my desk journals where I would just have a journal on the desk where if I had leftover paints, and I'm not going to pull them now. Y'all seen them a ton of times. If y'all want to see more of my mixed media journals, look up either art journals, mixed media, collage, or all three in my playlist because there's hundreds of videos. I think I'm up to, and I know a lot of the ones from Ustream are not there, but I have over 1,200 videos just from being on YouTube. So there's tons of videos to watch if you ever get bored. Or you can go watch Vol flip through his new his new journal, his new sketchbook art journal, if you will. Vol put up, I just love it. If y'all have not followed, let me click, here he is. Go he's doing articulated little creatures and characters and pop-ups, and he's just doing all kinds of cool stuff in his journal. So if you want to do something different with articulation and pop-ups in your art journal, then go watch Vol's journals. And plus he's also just, he does arts and comics and different things too. But I love watching his flip throughs of his journals with the articulation and the pop-ups. Hi, Abigail. I know. Hi, Marsh. Oh, wait, Marsh. I said this earlier before you. And Marsh streamed last night. He talked a lot about art journals and mixed media journals. Hang on. Let me go over to my wait. I gotta do this just because Marsh came in. Let me find it. Here we go. Marsh? I didn't mean to do the crying baby. But on my sound bar, I found this. I forgot I had the soundboard. I forgot I had this for years and years, and it came back up. Somehow I saw it in my apps. And Marsh raises chickens. So but anyway, Marsh was on last night and he did a video. I just watched some of it. I haven't watched all of it, Marsh, the replay. I'll have to watch the rest of it. I'm a mod over at Marsh, and sometimes I try to make most of his streams. But anyway, he talked all about mixed media and different things to do as well. But yeah, I came across let's turn it back up now. I turned it way down. So yeah, I'm gonna have to start using this more, and this is what I expect when I do this. Hi, Dot. Anybody else I'm missing? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, guys. I like to have some laughs. Okay, so that's the list of everything I pulled. It's not everything that you could possibly ever use in your mixed media junk journals, art journal, junk journals. They can be as junky as you want. I'm going to show a few of mine, smaller ones here. Of course, y'all know I have huge collage mixed media, altered, all kinds of reverse collage. I have magazine journals. I'll just show one of those just so y'all know what I'm talking about. But you can make these in any size as well. So you can make the tiny, tiny ones. I've got a whole bunch of these and I've given them away. After you're done with your art magazines or any magazine you like, you can cut them down or have them cut down is the easiest way. Take it to one of your office places and have them cut it for you. But, and then you reverse collage. In other words, you're painting away the things you don't want. You paint away and leave just parts of what you like on the pages. And then you can add other things too. So those are like little mini mixed media journals. And then you can also glue a whole bunch of them together like I did here. Make you a nice fat chunky one and work in that. So you can do that too. So I'm not going to go into the magazine journals today, but you can make these any size. You can leave them the size of the magazine or cut them down to lots and lots of different sizes. So there's that. All right, so I'm going to kind of go through some of these, and we've gone through them before, and we've worked in them before. And I just pulled the traveler size and these sizes. Y'all know I've got lots of other ones like, oh, here, let me pull this one. I've got a whole shelf, well, really two shelves of journals like these, where it's all kinds of different papers, and you want to call them a junk journal, inspiration journal. I have whole 2, maybe 3 shelves of this kind, but I just tried to pull the smaller ones today. Just to give y'all some ideas. All right, so let's start with the travelers ones, because these have been deconstructed out of other covers and cut down. And then these are just in the actual travelers journals themselves. And and Marsh, you were talking about doing a faith journal. You can do all kinds of journals for your faith. You can do quotes, verses, any kind of thing like that. So this is one of those type. And then in the back, I made a little pocket, got all kinds of little stickers and stuff in the back. So yeah, these are already made books. They're not like cut papers where I've made them myself. These are actual little traveler's notebooks. And so you can do a faith one. I think I have another faith one here. Is this it? No, which one is it? No, this one. So here's another faith one. Hi, Kathy Berg. And so you can put quotes, and you all know I like to do calligraphy too. You can put verses, you can put your thoughts, your prayers. This is one of my faith ones. And they're not, my journals are really never done. I can always continue to add, I can always go and add more quotes, verses, more things to them. But just to show you, some different ones. So this one's been painted and collage, and just all kinds of junk in it, to make whatever kind of theme you want. And this one has more paint than the other ones. Well, I should say more base painted than the other ones I'm going to show, because it's like the base, like the start, right, that I'm going to continue to add on top of. So there's this one. Just so you can kind of get an idea of the different themes. And this is one of my favorite quotes. I love Francis Bacon quotes. "What is truth?" said jesting Pilate, and would not stay for an answer. I love Francis Bacon quotes. I collect Francis Bacon quotes. Here's another one. This is another one of my favorite Francis Bacon. "Imagination was given to man to compensate him for what he is not, a sense of humor to console him for what he is." So you see how I just kind of wrote over the top? Yeah, you had to make a man journal. You can do any theme. That's the thing. You can do any themed junk journals, right? Okay, Angie. So here I did a calligraphy over the top, a brush lettering, I should say, a brush lettering over the top of the base. So, yeah, so you can see it's just all kinds of things you can glue down and make your any kind. This happened to be a faith one. Okay, let's see what's this one. This one's just a collage mixed media, and these are going to be more the junky ones. But again, they're just all different different things glued down, painted in, not done. Some of them are done, some of them are not done. But I never feel like I have to finish a page before I move on to something else. I've scribbled on these, and then this is water soluble crayon, so I can wet that and it'll move. So I'll go through just like my larger collage journals and glue things throughout the whole journal, then go back and work on them. You know, whatever you can do, whatever you want, and then go back in and paint on them. So you really like the blended paint backgrounds. Yeah, well, if it starts with something like here's, let's see. If it starts with something, these are all blank. These all started with blanks. But if I go in like those little magazine journals or my abandoned books where I take one of those abandoned, not just because they're like thrown away books. I mean that they are literally abandoned castles, abandoned places, and I'll reverse collage. And that means I'm painting away things. These are blank and I start with a blank page. But then, you know, you can add collage, mixed media paint, and all kinds of other things in there too. So you can see this is how they start though. My collages start like this, and then they continue on to more, adding more detail. But I never feel like I can just come back to any of these at any time and work in them. I never run out of things to do, because if I say, I don't know what to do today, I can pick up any of these and just start working in them. You know, this one's a Dylusions ones. This is the cover that it came with. And again, this one I punched holes in. If you've never done this, take a magazine, a fashion magazine, or, you know, something with a lot in it. I like fashion magazines because this works really good when you have a fashion magazine with people. And you either punch holes or randomly tear papers, and then see what happens on the other side. So like here, I punched holes, and you can see random things happen when you punch the holes and see what's on the other side. The same thing if you tear magazines, and then you'll see a half a person on one and a half on it. It's just really interesting. And you just see all kinds of cool things happen when you either punch holes or tear into them. So this one's got more done in it, as far as more stuff in it, if you will. Hi, Shelly. So yeah, so you can it just looks cool to see the things that come through. Like look at this one right here. See? And I can go in and smooth this out more, you know, finish them out if I want to. Sometimes I like them like this. I just like them to be messy and junky and just like this, you know. And again, you can always go in here, add quotes. You can brush letter on top of them. You know, you can have different colors. You could have a color themes. Here's one that's more finished, you know, so you can kind of see that. I guess I could zoom in more. I'll zoom in when we start working. So that's that one. What's this one? This one. All right, this one was a napkins. All right, so I didn't write that down on my list, but I have other journals that are napkin journals. They're decorative napkins, like you know, like this. And if you use napkins though in your journaling, or make a napkin journal, you need to pull off the backing. Like here we go. Pull off the backing, otherwise there's still another back on this. Because and you could save these and ink them and tear up little pieces of this as well. But my trash has moved. But there's all another layer here. So how you can tell is take a piece of double-sided tape and put it on a corner here and pull, and it'll pull off the layer. You want to pull all these layers off the back of a napkin. Otherwise, when you go to matte medium, use matte medium to glue it down, they're not going to stick if you got lots of paper backing layers. So then you can use this as in a journal, which is what I have. This one is a napkin journal. So this one is a Jane Davenport napkin here on the front and back. And these are all different napkins, decorative napkins that you can then go in and paint on, layer on top of. Here's one where I've painted on top. So I won't pull all my other napkin journals out right now. Y'all have probably seen those as well a million times because I show a lot of the same things. Um, Not all the time, but eventually I re-show things because new people are all the time coming in. How am I making this with a punch, Christopher? Punches. This. I used to have tons of punches, but I got rid of most of them, gave them away because I wasn't really using them. I kept a square, a couple circles. I have a handful of punches still. But yeah, that's what I use to make the holes. Good question, though. Good question. So yeah, these are all napkins. This was what do you call it? Missy, oh, what's her name? I used a lot of her stuff in my other napkin journal. So you can just use pieces. This is a Jane Davenport. You can use tissue papers. But this one I just reserve for napkins. Another Jane Davenport. So yeah, there's that. So just showing you can use all different things. Now these were in, I think four of these, maybe. I don't think all of them were. I think I had 5 signatures in one journal. It was in my Navi. Is it Navi or Tavi? What one was it, Jan? The little orange leather one. Anyway, it got so chunky I had to take them out. But I think all these were in one journal. And I just took them out so you can see they're all loose. All the pages are loose in here. But all these used to be in one journal and it got so chunky, I just took the cover off. So you can see here some of the pages. Okay. But I'll show you them individually. Hi, Devin. How's the move going, Devin? All right. So, and I just have some rubber bands around them. So these are more of the actual junk journals where it's just all kinds of stuff. Like here's one with the Dolly Museum. I think I have a couple of these. I just really like those little flyers. So now on these, I don't know, maybe some of them I started with paint, but most of these I just started gluing in junk. Today, when we do these, where'd I put them? Oh, here. Today, when we work in these, I'm going to start with Smack and Dragon and give some color to them before we start. Okay. But these are just started. I think they're all just started with just junk, scrap papers and tape. And we're going to start again with tape too, because that gets you unintimidated. That you don't have to. Yeah, no, I don't finish. I don't ever feel like I have to finish something before I go because there's too many things, too many ideas I have, Marge. That's why I have my Society of Idea notebooks. You were talking about my Society of Idea notebooks, and I know I've shown you all these before. This was broken down from my last year that I'm working in. This one, I still have work to do. And this one, they're all idea journals. Okay, that one. This is my current one for the year. This is the one I'm working in this year. So you can see I've still got quite a bit of room left for the year. This is this year's. Yeah. I have too many ideas to limit myself to one thing. Then I have this one. I have this one. There's another. I should probably bring this out. This is one of my true junk journals, but it's bigger. So I'm trying to keep the junk journals that I'm doing today tiny, but this is also a junk journal. It's just larger, made out of an old book cover. So yeah, trust me. I've shown pictures of my room. I've scanned my room. Every book in here is one of my sketchbooks, junk journals, art journals. That's what this whole room is. So Okay, so let's go back here again. So just to kind of show you some of the things that I put in here. These are paint chips that I made into rag flags, if you will, tags, or uh, bookmarks. Here's some flare pins, fabric glued on the side, paint here, quotes, just bits of stuff that I like, or the colors I like to try to combine. Different, you can put songs, you can write song text, lyrics, you can write your lyrics out. There's lace here, tape. I've got a garden one of my garden journal. It's one of the leather ones that I document my garden in. So again, this one is not attached. Here's a bunch of flowers glued there. This one is not attached to itself. In other words, all the pages are loose. So if I wanted to, I should go to the middle here, take some of my elastic cording and just tie it in so that it's not loose. But again, all 5 of these were in one journal. So when I took them out of the elastic, they're all loose until I bind them each separately. Do you ever date your pet? Most of the time I put a date on the inside front cover of my journals, but then sometimes if they go 2 or 3 years, then the next year I'll put, like, if it was starting 2021, I'll put dash 2022. And if I'm working in it in this year, I'll put dash 2023. So it has the years, but because I don't always finish a page, a lot of times I do, but a lot of times I don't finish a page. So I don't want to date it just the date I started, because I may not have finished it that then, So I don't really date my pages. I date the book, And again, all these were all these. There's a piece of ribbon. All these were in one journal until it got too chunky. So just different, some stencil. But we're going to start by Smack and Dragon in the other one to give us a base. But you can start with paint, markers, scribbling. And again, y'all go watch the mini journals that BB Henry Art on Instagram showed. And you'll see some tiny ones. That's why I pulled the tiny, started the small ones and only pulled small ones to show you. But so there's this kind, this just, again, these are all loose. And then also, if you want a bigger, y'all seen my Jane Davenport junk journal. It's a 3-ring binder. It's this thick. And I won't pull it now because I think I just pulled it last week. But you can make your junk journals any size you want. It can be any size. It can be tiny. It can be, here's some that, started scribbling and painting on with tape and fabric and ribbon and stuff like that. They can be any size you want. I'm just going to do some small ones today. Thanks, Colleen. Colleen, we've been making journals for a long time, haven't we? And so, yeah, here's some more different of those little paint chip things. Different, you can make with just taking paper clips and adding ribbon to them. I call them rag flags because I add pieces of fabric or ribbon on a paper clip. Let's stick back on there. Here we go. Here's some more here with ribbons. These are made with, ribbons instead of, fabric pieces. So again, these are all loose. Oh, thank you, Miriam, for the super sticker. Now, Miriam, you need to send me your address and tell me what sticker you would like. I don't think I've ever mailed you anything. Have I, Miriam? Let me write you down. You'll have to tell me if you know what sticker you like. And send me your address. Let me put in my email here. And my email and my post office box are always in my About tab. If you ever needed anybody for my email. Hi, Mike. In reverse, let's see, wait a minute. Mike says, been reverse collaging lately. I love it. I know it's fun. Oh, reverse coloring. Okay. I do have some of those. I did get some of those reverse coloring books, Mike. I got some of these. And I really got them to do other ideas with, but I did do one. Here's one of my reverse coloring um, doodles. So I doodled a white gel pen or white, one of these extra fine white artistro. So I did this, but yeah, so those are fun too. I'm glad you're trying something new things, Mike. Don't follow Mike. I forget what your IG name is, Mike. I don't know if they can find you with your name or if you have if they need your IG name. But there's Mike right there. And hi, Amy. Good to see you. Let me see. Did you say, Miriam? Miriam, did you say what sticker you wanted? Let me scroll and see if I missed it. No. Okay. So you need to give me your address then, Miriam, if you'd like me to send you some stickers. Hi, Wendy. Abigail, I'm scrolling, seeing if I missed your answer. Yes, it is your name. Okay. So y'all follow Mike on IG. He's an awesome artist as well. So I'm not sending you email. You choose. Okay. All right. I'll just put any sticker. Okay. I wrote that down, Miriam. Thank you for supporting the channel. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Tina. Tina's on the ball there. What the heck is reverse coloring? It's you have to just look at one of these books and see what I'm talking about. And the pages are colored for you, and you go in there and draw on top. You draw on top of it and make it whatever you want. Anything you want, you can make it. But the pages are already colored. Now I like these for backgrounds and other things, but because I just like the what do you call it? The colors and things in there, which to me looks like it's all AI art, but that's what it looks like to me. So let's go through this last one here, and then we're going to start working in some of those little journals. So this one I think I started this one as a cat journal, I think, or a cat section in that journal. I'm not sure. So yeah, there's more cats. So some more of the little chips, making bookmarks with those, and just a piece of ribbon for a bookmark. And yeah. So, like I said, all these used to be one journal until it got too fluffy. All right, so let's move those to the side. And yeah, if y'all want to see more of my journals, junk journals, collage journals, mixed media, art journals, sketchbooks, look in my playlist tab that Pacola made me make years ago. Because I've got, I don't know, hundreds of videos in there. So, and then make sure you give me a thumbs up. Or not. I love this thing. I forgot I had it from years ago. Okay, so I showed y'all all the things that we're going to be using today. I did that earlier, so I'll just be pulling as we go. But we're going to start with the journals themselves, which I showed y'all this. I already gave you the dimensions of them, so I'm not going to cover all that again because otherwise I already repeat myself a lot. But I do that for y'all's benefit. New people come in and they ask a question, but when I start working on a project, I just have to tell y'all to go back to the beginning and watch the recording because I can't keep saying the same thing. Okay, so these I made. These are cloth covered. They're going to get painty. They're going to get messy. So I don't know which one I want to start on first. Do I want to start on? And I've thought about even doing a giveaway on if I can. We'll see. I'd have to mail it like this, right? Mail it in an envelope flat like this, which is possible. So I already talked about the dimensions and everything. So let's see. Maybe we'll start. Let's do these two colors. We'll start with that. And we can always pull another one. But I want to do Smack and Dragon, which is when you take inks. You can use spray inks. You can use your bottle inks, and I'll probably use a little of both. Spray inks are handier and quicker and easier to use on stream. Now, these are waterproof. Your acrylic inks are waterproof. When I use the Dylusion sprays, let me get a couple of those up here. Let's see. Let's get a pink, a blue, a yellow, a teal. I got a teal. Let's see what other color. This might be enough. I'll just pull 3 for now. If you use any kind of inks like these craft spray inks, like these are Dylusion ones. Oh, this one's gold. I should have got yellow though. Maybe I'll just go with the gold. And I got pink and a teal. These are not waterproof. So if you get them wet again, they're going to smear and move, which can be good if you want to put these down and then go in with some gesso. I got my gesso here. This, I don't even think she makes a gesso, a Finnabar this anymore, but any gesso or white acrylic paint, either one, you can add white acrylic paint or gesso to these and they'll move and you'll get like pale painty colors. But we're going to start with, let me go ahead and take these rubber bands off. Again, eventually I will replace the rubber bands with stretchy cord because rubber bands will not last for long. They'll dry out. All right, so what I've done is just covered some cardstock with some fabric, cut some strips of cardstock here, and they're not sewn in or attached. That way, when we want to use them, we just pull them out like this, and we can start by painting, inking, or whatever. So we'll do some of those. We'll get a couple of these. And I might move over to some of the other colors as well. I just pulled 2 because, I can't work on, well, I can, but work on 7 at a time. All right. So what I want to do is you need a non-porous surface. You need something plasticky that's not going to, I should have pulled that board. Let's see. What could I use instead? I have my big sewing board and it's in the closet. I didn't pull it. But we can use some plastic. Hang on. Let me find something I want to use. It's easiest. Let's see. Probably one of these, maybe. Hang on. Let me test this out. Let me open this. Let me open this and see if this is plasticky enough. No, that's not. Let me see. Let me try something else. Hang on. Or I'll have to get in the closet. Because these are pretty small, I'll just use a plastic bag. But really, you want to use like a plastic mat. Oh wait, I see it. I didn't put it in the closet. Here it is. Here we go. I was going to cut down a plastic bag, but here, this is going to flash my camera out. But this is one of double-sided, don't look, Janet, quilted mat. And on the back side, see how shiny this is? So nothing can soak into it. And that's really what you want. I know it's going to flash the camera and everything out, but yeah, this is the color I have. So let's move it over here out of the bright light. Okay, so I call this Smack and Dragon, and Tim Holtz does the same thing. He doesn't call it Smack and Dragon, but he, sprays down things and smashes and mushes his papers and stuff into it. But the reason I call it Smack and Dragon, all right, so this is a red one. So let's see. Let me get a couple inks here. Let's get Let's get a red ink and maybe we'll use some of the gold. I'll just use these two for now. And I need my water bottle. Okay. Y'all still with the tour? All right. All right. I think I will zoom in one here. That's better. And it will make the color and stuff go wonky, but okay. So I'm going to start by putting out, always make sure you shake everything up. I'm going to put out a little bit of red ink. And I'm going to use a little of this gold, which the spray probably won't work. Oh, it is working. Okay, a little bit of gold. But you can use anything you want, and some water. So what you do is you take your paper, you take your paper and you smack and drag. Whoops, I let it sit a little too long, but that's okay. Smack and drag. Okay, I'm going to do a couple, add a little bit more water. Could add a little bit more gold. I can probably get 3 or 4 out of this. And I can let this dry or hit it with my heat gun and turn it over and do the other side. But I have a whole bunch here, so I'm just going to smack and drag. If you want more, just pick it up. Leave some spaces if you want. All right, so let's do a couple more. And the less water, then you can get less and less ink. But see how every one is different. So a little bit more water here. Smack and drag. Smack and drag. Pick some up. So you get all different kind of textures. Then now I'm done with that color, so let me get my baby wipes here. And clean this off. And I probably will have to stop and dry because I don't have places to put all this. My whole table is full of stuff we're going to use. So let me go ahead and dry these real quick, and then we'll go on to another color. My sleeves, Angie? I don't know. I just try not to, I guess. This one has quite a bit on it, so let's put some of that on the other pages just because there's quite a bit on there. It is a mess. Look, Marsh. Look at my table. And that's not everything that I showed earlier is now sitting on my floor. But for me, what I do is after a stream, while I'm monetizing the video and checking to make sure everything's good in the back, in the, behind the scenes of a video, I'm picking up. And sometimes I have to pick up as I go. But I get everything put away at the end of a stream before I start another project. That's how I manage it. Well, I can pull them up a little. So this has gold in it, so you can see the shimmer. There you go. See the shimmer? Because I use the gold. All right, so there's those for the red book. Okay, that's for the red book. Now let's go ahead and do this one for the mustard color. I got, do I have 4? I think 4 pages in the mustard color. All right, so let's see what colors. I think I will use some of the gold again. And let's get a couple different colors of orange here. And yellow. Okay, so this one's a sienna. So let's put a little sienna. a little yellow color. So this kind of should be mustardy by the time. A little of that. And you don't have to, just because you have a color cover doesn't mean you have to match it. You can do all, and it'll end up being junky by the end of the day, I'm sure. All right, so now I'm going to water that down and take, smack and drag, smack and drag. And let's see, let's try this one. I had a little too much water, but that's okay. And then when this dries, if there's stuff left over, you can, continue, you can add more smacks. Okay, smack and drag. And you can just make pats. You can do, let's add just a tiny water there. So it's just smack and drag. Now, as this is already soaking in and drying, maybe I'll add a little bit of the yellow over there, a little more of that color there, maybe a little more there. Okay, get my baby wipe and clean this up. And we'll dry it real quick. But my hands do get messy. My hands do get painty and inky. And like now, this is the kind of the mustardy color. So I can go in, let me get some yellow ochre, for instance, here. More mustardy color. Now I can just go in here and just squeeze a little bit out. Let's put a little bit of water. And maybe, let's use our palette knife. And let's just make a mess with the palette knife. You can go in here and scrape. And you can also do this after you put the book back together. I mean, you can put, your pages back together. I'm just kind of showing you how you can start with some messy pages. And you can get some on the front, some on the back. It doesn't matter because it's all going to be messy at the end of the day. It's a junk journal, right? That's the whole idea of this. All right, so maybe we'll turn these over and put a little on the back just to use this paint up. Let's use this up or drag it through. And I'll dry both sides. Let's drag that through. Okay, so now we got 4 pages, and what I'll do is I'll put the white pages in between, and then we can just continue. All right, let me get some more baby wipes. Let me put the box here. Okay. All right, let's see. Did anyone hear what kind of paper? It is just cardstock, Leah. Just cardstock. Like you can buy 100 in a pack for, I don't know, at a Walmart or Hobby Lobby, just cardstock. Nothing fancy. And you can, in between the cardstock, you can put copy paper. You can use anything, scrapbook papers. I forgot to mention that in the list. You can use scrapbook papers. Let me go ahead and tell you some more different kind of papers. I made a list earlier and I read it off. Well, let me just real quick wipe this off, then I'll tell you all that. To add some different kind of papers. I have lists and lists and lists in my idea books. I just tried to make a quick list this morning before the stream. All right, let me move this off the table real quick. We'll continue on. Okay. All right. All right, let's see. Okay, so in addition to everything I read y'all earlier, scrapbook paper. Okay, I don't think I mentioned it earlier, but your napkins. When I pulled that, I showed you that one napkin, taking it apart. You can use napkins tissue paper. I'm gonna give you a list of papers now instead of just everything else. Tissue paper, book pages. I'm writing real messy, but book pages, ledger papers. If y'all want to shout some more out just to add to the list, I'll add them. Trying to keep up with chat as well. Okay, so tissue paper, book pages, ledger papers, and again, I got a whole list of about 50 things in one of my journals, but I just pulled these out for this morning. So, oh yeah, deli paper, jelly plating. I already said those two. Jelly plated papers. Yeah, copy paper that you can, you can doodle on, copy paper, doodled papers, any kind of, just anything. There's so many. Yeah, magazine. I did say that earlier too. Magazines. Yes, rice paper. Thank you. Rice paper is another one. Vellum. Yeah, we talked about vellum earlier. Newspaper, book page. Got those. Anything will work. Okay, so we got quite a list going. Any kind of papers. All right, so here we go. Let me dry these real quick. Dry. Yes, that's a good one too, Aunt Beck. Your paper, that brown paper out of your Amazon boxes, or well, any kind of shipping boxes, that brown paper, uh, tracing paper, yeah, packing paper, toilet paper. Well, you can use toilet paper. It can make texture. It can make textures, Arlene. Arlene's being funny. She knows you can use it. Wrapping paper. Yes, that's one I forgot to write down, Leah. Wrapping paper, like gift wrapping paper. I think I got pretty dry. And then I got the red ones. We only did one side on the red ones. Okay, so the next thing you can do, and you can also put this back together at any time. You can put these back in your journal at any time and continue to work on them, and it'll be a hot mess, but that's what's fun about it. All right, so I think next we'll do some, maybe some stencils, so I'll go ahead and do some, let me get some black paint here. I got to look around where everything is because, oh, you know what? I forgot. I wanted to make sure that in case you were intimidated to start, if you're intimidated to start on any pages, to take masking tape and you can either do this before, after, during your smack and dragging or adding paint or anything. Let me get the edge there. There we go. And just start adding, different pieces of, because what this does, it stops you from being intimidated on your pages. So you're not afraid to put things down on your paper. So you can put, just however you want to do it, layer it, wrinkle it. This is all the base. This is all the base. And again, you can always at the very end add a focal image, a quote, a word or nothing, or just play. This, if anybody says, "Oh, I don't know what to do today. I don't have any ideas." Well, just do this. Wallpaper is another good one, Anne. Although because I used to work in doing visual merchandising back when wallpaper was a thing. I had books and books and books and books and books and books of wallpaper. I got rid of all of them. I think I might have one in the closet, one wallpaper book, and now it's all coming back around again. But I just had too much, too many, So all right, so I'm going to just add some tape, and then over here, let's put the tape on the back side of these. And again, these all get folded up and put in the cover. And I'm just right now, it's just got a rubber band, but I'll put some kind of cording, elastic cording, to hold them in the book. Now, toilet paper rolls. Let me tell you about toilet paper rolls. Back some years ago, Mistel used to show us how to make toilet paper roll books, little mini journals made out of toilet paper rolls. So I made a couple of the little books, and then I kept a lot of paper. This was years ago. This video is still up on my YouTube channel, probably 7, 8 years, 9 years ago. I don't even know how many years ago. When Denise and I, my studio is completely different now. But when Denise and I did a de-stash, she was helping me go through a lot of my stuff and throwing it away. I had tons of printed out things that you don't need all that stuff printed out anymore. You can just go on the internet and find it and all that. But she came across toilet paper rolls. I think I'd run to get some coffee or something, and she had found a whole bunch of toilet paper rolls flattened out. They're all flat. And she's asking the chat, "What are these? What has she got these for? What are these toilet paper rolls? What is she doing with these?" It was so funny, guys. If y'all, and the quality, I'm going to just be up front. The quality of that video is like 480. It's horrible quality, but it is so funny. If you can stand the bad quality of the video, Denise and I had so much fun when we did that video. Do you remember last year when? No, I do not remember that, Angie. I don't remember that. So anyway, I have no toilet paper rolls in here. Just saying. All right, so here's some different, and they're going to start to wrinkle and buckle, and that's okay, because it's just supposed to be junky. It's supposed to be that way. All right, so now let's get I got my black paint. Let me get out a palette for that. And you can also use your inks, and you can brush and stencil. But that'll be more when you put your book together and want to do individual pages. Let's see. Let me get hang on. Let me get a palette. This is the one I used last night, still wet, because I used this last night to do my red journal. This journal that I painted and varnished last night looks so good, doesn't it? Can't wait to get into that one. So I don't want to use this. I want to throw that over to the side. I want to use a dry one here. So let's put some black paint. Now you can, again, stencil, and I pulled, this is the lid off of one of those washi tape rolls. Keep baby wipes handy. Okay, keep them handy. Okay, so I'm just going to get these inked up. And we can do some of this. We'll just do a couple pages on each, a couple on each color. Okay, just a couple of those. You can use that for circles. Okay, you can use your stencils. Oh, here. This is the, remember we used to use Punchinella all the time. Here's Punchinella with stars. Now, I'd want to use ink on this. The thing with stencils, you can use paint with your stencils, but it will be a lot up underneath. Now that's fine if you want it extra messy. You can use whatever. But something like this is better to use on your what do you call it? For paint. But look at this. Now I like the orange in this. All right, look. This is a paper stencil, and I'm liking the pieces. We're going to glue these down. Okay, so we got little pieces of stencil. All right, let me dry this now because I do try to keep things. I don't want wet paint everywhere. I mean, I may look like I don't really care, but I do try to keep the paint contained. And I'm getting ready to put them back in the book and then work on the individual pages. But I just wanted to show you can start with messing up your papers right off the right off the bat. You can start by doing this. But you don't have to. You can work right in the book, right? You can just work individual page by page. All right. So now, and I'm going to take this rubber band off for a minute just so I can put this back together. All right, so I'm going to start with, and I know some of this wet paint is still there, but I'm going to put a white page, then a red page, then a white page, then a red page. I think I have 9 papers in here. I think I have 9 sheets in here. Okay, so we got a little booklet going. All right, and again, I just made this out of covering. I just covered some cardstock with fabric, and you can make the spine more what do you call it? You can make the spine more creased if you want. All right, but I just kind of like a wallet is kind of what I'm doing here. And you can make this smaller. You can make it any size you want. And again, I will end up putting elastic cording in here instead of rubber band, but right now I'm just kind of shuffling things around, so I'm just using the rubber bands to make it quick. Okay, so let's put this and then another. I'm just going to alternate them so I have some white in between. But you could do all the sheets. You could paint all the sheets. Again, it doesn't have to be a color theme. It can be it can just be whatever. So okay, so let's see. Here we go. Hi, Miriam. Not Miriam. PM Studio. Yeah, it's Miriam, right? I got the other Miriam confused with this Miriam. Miriam and I just know y'all as PM Studio. I'm sorry. Yeah, Miriam with the I. And Mariah. Okay, Mariah and what's the P? Mariah and give me the other one. It's mother and daughter. Mariah and Patricia. Thank you, Devin. All right, so there we go. And if y'all want to see a lot of jelly plating, expert jelly platers, and they also sell stencils, PM Artist Studio. All right, so now we just got a bunch of junky papers in here. Same thing for this one. And to get it to kind of, after we get done, putting whatever we want, you can just put a rubber band around it to kind of keep it closed and start it molding the way you want it to go. But right now we just want to start working in these two. Again, I have all these other colors made ready to go if we want to do any other colors, and I might do a giveaway. So all right, let's see. So let's go back to and see, look, the paint's still wet. Let's go ahead and dry this one. All right, so for heavier things like these stencils are a little bit thicker, I would use I'd use some tacky glue. If it's thin papers, then like tissue papers and stuff like that, glue sticks are fine. I don't use, like when I do my collages in my journals and my abandoned books and all that, I use golden matte medium. That's my glue and medium of choice. But for these, they're junk journals. You're always going to be adding things to them. You just want something that's going to be kind of quick. So let's go ahead and just use, I like that side better. So I'm just going to add glue. And if something doesn't stick all the way down, it's okay. Remember, guys, it's supposed to be junky in a junk journal. I think I'll just use some of these blank pages over here. Yeah, you can do anything. That's what's fun about these, guys. Look, I have one of my Mona Lisa cards sitting here. I think I'm going to glue Mona in the front. I'm going to glue Mona on the front. She's my muse. Mona Lisa is my muse. We're going to glue Mona here on the front. She could stick up and be a little bookmark there. Okay. And again, you can use fabric and lace and all the edges. I showed all that earlier. If y'all weren't here when I showed my other journals about 30 minutes ago, you'll have to go back and watch. You'll have to go back and watch. Okay, so let's just keep adding some of these little bits to this one. Just picking which side I like. I like this side better, so I'm going to glue this one down this way. And you don't have to go, I'm going fast because I want to show a lot of different things we're adding. You don't have to go fast. You can make this very meditative. You can take your time. You can, you can just take your time. You don't have to go fast. Like I'm really just snapping it through, but you don't have to do that. Same like when I do my color book pages. It's, coloring this should be very chill and relaxing, not speeded through like I have to do on a stream. But, you got to do what you got to do to get a show done. Yes, anything, whatever and here's the thing, guys, keep you a Society of Idea Collector notebook, like some of the notebooks I showed you earlier, the big, thick ones. Keep those for if you got ideas. Oh, here's what I want to put in my junk journal. I just made this morning. And I have all these written down in one of my Society of Idea Collector notebooks, but I just wrote these down quick today to share with you guys. But this is the kind of stuff you want to write down in your Society of Idea Collector notebook. What do I put in a junk journal? Well, you write all this down in there. So the next time you make a junk journal, what did I use last time? What else did I put in there? Well, you go back and look at your idea book. People that say, I don't have any ideas. I don't know what to do. I don't remember. Well, you didn't write it down. You didn't write it down. All right. So here we got some, this is some postage stamps, like this has got yellow color on it. This one has yellow mustard color. So I might pull 3 or 4 of those. Here's some these are like faux tickets, these little ticket things. Let's just throw a couple of these in here. And again, I am really rushing through this because I want to show you guys as many things as possible. But when you do yours, don't get all hectic and hurry and, take your time and enjoy the process, But again, I'm having to rush because I want to show a lot of stuff in 3 hours. So, but, make the process, relaxing and fun for yourself. Put this in, Canadian stamps. So maybe a couple of these little tickets. Maybe what I'll do with these is I'll make a couple, I'll take a couple of these tickets and I'll put them on an edge and stick them out so there'll be little tabs here. Oops, gotta get the glue there. These might be stickers. I might be gluing down stickers. I don't remember if these are stickers or not. Let's put a couple tabs on here. Let's do this one. And again, you can take your paper clips and add ribbon or fabric pieces Let me see. I cut this where I cut this down. Here we go. Here's the leftover pieces where I cut down um, the this. I can use some of this. Let's use a couple orange and the red. Let's put this over here. And I can even use this to where the rubber band is. Instead of having a rubber band, you can tie this and you can still get, let me take the rubber band off. You can still get your pages in and out. Okay, you can add little beads and jewels and things hanging off, junk jewelry, as we call it. Junk jewelry, junk journal jewelry. So I'm just going to tie this on here. So I got that hanging off the bottom, or it could be on the top, or it could be both. So you see how it's already coming along? Let's see. He needs a hot dog because of the. Sorry. I love me a mustard dog. If Hubster makes them on the grill, that's the only way I like hot dogs, is if they're grilled. And again, you could sew these. You could Copic bind it. I don't like to really sew that much. But you can sew. You could stab it and, make a couple holes or punch holes and have it sewn in. I'm just going to keep going here. We'll use those two for the red one. Let me get a thing for my ink. Hang on. Let me get into my ink. You should see the bottom of the floor here. There's stuff everywhere. But I wanted to show a lot of different things. Okay, so let me get a brush here. And then we'll get also maybe a stamp here. And let's use some archival ink. Okay. So let's do a couple different things. We'll start with like maybe these stars stencil. So these Marsh was asking about these brushes. I think his mom gave him some of these, and he's like, well, how am I supposed to use them? You use them with ink. So you just get some ink on there. So you can put, there's some stars. Let's go to another page. Let's just do random pages here. You can do the yellow stars, orange stars. I'm just trying to show y'all different things. Okay, so you can do that. This archival ink, I think I pulled my old archival ink. This may not be my freshest one. We'll try a stamp here and see. So I got these stamps here with alphabets and numbers and stuff. Let's take this old English one here. And let's see. Let's see how juicy this ink pad is. I'll work everything's okay. So you can stamp, and then you could, there's still a little ink on there. Just stamp, ghosted stamp. You can get a lot of backgrounds going. So you can use your stamps. What else do I want to do? Let's do some more. Let's do a different one. Let's do this one maybe. And we got the texture stamps. I just pulled these alphabet ones. And again, guys, I am rushing through this just to show y'all all the different kinds of things you can use. You can go sideways like this. Get some here. We can use let's get the textures. I think I pulled them. I think I left it up here. Where's the line? This with the texture. I think I left it up. I thought I left it up here, but here it is. All right, here's some more. Here's some more stamps. And again, you can do these in colors too. I just have the black sitting here. So let's do, let's see. Let's do this one. And you can put these smaller ones it is sometimes easier to put them on a block. Okay. All right, so let's you can go different ways. You can make it neat, you can make it messy. Let's put some over here. And then, you know, and I'll just stop to do this real quick. You can, let's try this. If you see something I'm doing, you go, oh, I got to remember that technique. Write it down. Write it down so you don't forget it. All right, so then here you can take your, oh, somebody keeps texting. Let me move my phone away. Let's get out some Poscas. And you could take, let's see, let's do an orange here. Thanks, Devin. And then you can, you know, you can do doodles. You know, you can doodle. Let's go to another page here. You know, you can just you can do any kind of designs. You just play with your Poscas. I'm telling you guys, this is what this is what you want. Just a bunch of just junky stuff, because then if you want to put a theme or a quote or a focal point, then you can just work on top of that. But if you have this like this, you're not intimidated to go in there and do other things. Let's see. Let me get, let's see what else. Let's get this little one here. And you can also use your water-based, like here, let's get, like you can take your Tombos here, and you can get your stamps. Let's see. And you could use your, you know, a lot of different markers. I don't care if my stamps, like archival ink, will stain your stamps and it won't come off. And that it doesn't bother me. Like, this is archival ink, that's going to stay black. But and there's stamp cleaners and stuff too. But if you want to use water-based inks and pens so that you're not your stamps stay clean, like Janet's probably does. Yeah, it does look like a banana, doesn't it? It does kind of look like a banana. So I'm just going to do a few of these. And again, take your time, enjoy the process. All right, so you get that one. Put that back up there. Let's see, I'm looking around. What else? Let me move the Poscas off the table here. Oh, okay, some more other washi tape. Where's that washi tape I pulled to use? Here it is. So this washi tape has, like, looks like burnt edges to it. Now, the thing about washi tapes, I never trust them to stick. But in this kind of journal-y, kind of in a junk journal like this, if it starts coming up, then I go back and glue it down again. But if you're doing anything really where you never want the washi tape to peel up or come up or anything like that, you really want to use some tacky glue and glue it down better. But let's just go ahead and let's go find another page here. I'll add a little bit of this. You know, just any, you could use this, you know, the leftovers. This could be a stencil. got a little black ink left on this. Let's just go ahead and turn it over, make it go the other way. Make your own stencils. Let's see. This Janet cleans everything. We have our alphabets here. We have our numbers. Like we can put something the same. Do you date your thing here? Your journals. And then I do kind of tap it off just to get the excess off. But I don't really clean them. This is here right here. There we go. So you can use your stamps. We have little bits of little bit of pieces of paper that I talked about. Let's go through here like this. I like this piece. Leftover papers. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, you can use anything in your junk journals. Let's put another one of those. And then you can, if you want to make your page about something, you want a focal point, you can add an image, you can add a quote, you can put your quotes on something else, another paper, and then glue the quotes on, or your focal image, whatever, you might want to do. I'm just going to take a few of these little leftover pieces of what. No, I'm not overthinking this. I'm just adding whatever. If you want to do more theme things, and you look at my collage journals, and my abandoned book journals that are more themed and more finished and painted and done. This is junk journaling. Take these two pieces here. And you can work on one page at a time. You could do a page a day. You could, And then you can go in with your paint and your, let's go back over here. I think this was, that was Posca. I don't know how much that'll move. Let's add a little water to it and see what happens. Does that want to move? See, Posca doesn't want to move as much. Let's add a little bit of, I don't want this jar downstairs. Let's get another little white paint here. Where's my white paint? Oh, there it is. So we can add a little bit of white. And then so what you're doing is you're going back over everything and see how you make it even more junky. Okay. Where's my yellow ochre? My desk is full. Here it is. Just put a little bit of yellow ochre. Into that white, wet white paint. Let's dry this. Now, the thing, if you use acrylic paint, you want to dry between closing the book, especially for the day or whatever, because you'll glue your pages shut. You want to make sure your acrylic paint is dry or you will glue your pages shut. Ink, not so much unless it's real thick. Okay, we got some more little pieces here. Let's see. What else am I attracted to? And I always leave my tacky glue upside down in some kind of a glass or a jar or a bowl or something, because then the glue's always ready to use. Otherwise, especially like this one's almost empty. If I set it down or set it up on itself, all the glue's down here. You're gonna be shaking and waiting, and it's annoying. So if you keep it upside down all the time, then you don't have that issue. How many have you? How? Oh, Teresa's asking how many people have YouTube channels. Y'all can go ahead and talk about your YouTube channels. It's a little piece of something with some green. You can change colors, add other colors. It doesn't have to be all one color, And again, if you want things blended in, you can take the paint and move it around, and you can see how it starts to build up your layers. And again, you want to take your time and do a lot. Here's some. Let's get maybe a couple pieces of fabric. Here's a little piece of lace. You could have that hanging over the edge. Let's get a couple pieces of lace here and just put some glue here. And a couple pieces of lace, set of string. You can sew too. If y'all are into sewing your stuff in your journals, sew it down. Let's put that hanging over the edge. And maybe a little piece of fabric. Here's a little piece of yellow. Let's put that on there to help hold that lace down. Put that down. Anything. It's just junk. And then when you close the book, you're going to have little things sticking out. You're going to have little, Okay, let's keep rolling. Again, I have different little vellum pieces here. Let's go with some of I have these little quotes here. Here's Ray. A fish with, and it gives us just, the skeleton, and it's talking about a fish. So let's go ahead and put that down. You could ink the edges of this before you put it down. You could ink the edges. It doesn't have to, it can be whatever. Or you can get your hands in the ink and, what do you call it? Just put it down, around with your fingers. All right, so let's put this back in here for a minute. You can add some more. Let's just put a little scribbly, scrabbly stuff. Now this, you want to make sure that's dry if you want to leave it like this. You can do drips. Let's go ahead and put this down here. I'll show you. And your whole journal just gets really junky and messy. Okay, we'll just kind of do this. Okay. Go along the edges so it's not dripping off. Now let me dry that. I'm looking for anything. Put it in caps if you're talking to me. Okay, I want that to be stuck down a little more. Let's maybe get another piece of tape. Let's put a little piece of tape there. No, that's probably going to be glued because it's still wet. Let's just go ahead and glue that down. Another little piece of tape there. Do you keep all your junk journals or repurpose them? Cammie, a lot of times I take, like, you weren't here earlier, this junk journal right here, this was all one journal. This was all one journal, and it got too fat, so I deconstructed this one. I showed a whole bunch of them earlier. If y'all weren't here earlier, I'll go back and watch the beginning. Let's see. Here's some orange tape. It's another piece of something that fell on the ground. All right, here's some yellow. This one has scalloped edges. This washi tape. Now, because this is wet ink, it may not stick, so I'll just run a little bead of glue across the bottom just to make sure. But this has got a scalloped edge. on this tape, this washi tape. Hi, Christine G. Okay, Bacola, I'm going to get me a sip of my... And I don't do this that much, but I do see a lot of the junk journal girls. And trust me, there's tons of them. If you put in junk journal, the most recent one was BB Henry, the girl I mentioned earlier, Brooke. She's just the most recent one that I've seen doing these junk journals, small, mini ones, I should say, mini, and hers are smaller than this. And I see a lot of them. Let's see if I can find my big here. They'll take a nice, like this is a 9XXB pencil, Kimberly, and they'll just do, they'll do all kinds of scrabbles and stuff like that on them. What it does is it makes you, not be intimidated by your page. I don't really do this because I'm not intimidated by my page, but you can also just, do a lot of stuff like this in your pages. Remember, it's a junk journal. So, you can do whatever you want. And then it'll smear, you can get it wet, and it'll move around. You'll make it even junkier and dirtier. Let's see, here's another reflect. Here's the word reflect. So we'll put reflect over here with Mona. We're going to have Mona with a reflect. ASMR in time for my... Hey, Rachel. How's it going? I'm doing a bunch of junk journaling today, and my room is reflecting. My room looks like this, but I will pick it up. It's fine. All right, so like this one, I like this, but I don't really want this purple in here, but I might put it in here just to show you. So let's go ahead and just cut a little piece of this. Scissors. And to hang off the edge. So let's go ahead and do a bead of glue. Put this down and have it hanging over the edge. Let me hold it for just a minute. Hi, Pamela. Anybody else I missed? Is anybody liking this? Are y'all liking seeing all the junk journals and junk journal ideas? Again, make sure you write everything down. So that later when you think, well, what was it? She was using stamps and stencils and what, you'll remember, you'll have it written down. Everybody needs a Society of Idea Collector notebook. All right, so see how it's already starting to bulk up and fluff up. And again, you can put any kind of attachment. Brooke uses those big buttons. You can use, or you can just use just use a rubber band. All right, so I'm going to move over to the red one for a minute because we did start that one. So let's go over here to this red one and work in it for a minute. But you can see how cool it's going to look. And again, you can add words, you can add text, you can add pictures, you can add, you can add magazine images. You can use your, like, where's the one I was using here? Hang on. You can go in with your stickers. Let me grab it. You can use your sticker books and make it themed. You can, do that. You can do your, like here's the book we're using on Monday. This one is the sewing one. You can cut these things out. You can use these things, your individual collage pieces to put in there. You can put anything. And, all right, let's see. What else do I want to use in here? Let's go back to our thing of the paper bits. Let's see what we can find here. Let's just grab a new handful. I could use my stickers that I made. I got my, fish and different stickers. I'd already put down masking tape. Let's see what other, let's get some more, what did I draw here? I was drawing something here, a little gnome something. There's a little, that would go in the yellow one. That would be good for the yellow one. All right, let's see. We got some postage stamps here. This is some, these are some labels or some tabs that I took off of something else. We'll use those. We'll use those tabs. There's a piece of something, something. Let's get some more postage. Some there's, these are those Tim Holtz, the Tim Holtz people. We'll use a couple of those Timmy people, and then some more stamps. Like here's the tiger stamp for the year of the tiger. There's little bits of flowers, labels. Let's stick some of this in here. Let's put some of these people in here. You can use your junk mail that comes in the junk that comes in the junk mail, literally junk mail. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And like I said, I'm rushing through to try to show you as many things you can add as possible. But when you're doing it, take your time, have on some music, have somebody's video on in the background while you're doing it, and you're chilling. You're getting ideas. Something might occur to you. Some color combination might occur to you, or who knows what might occur to you, but write it down. Write it down in your Society of Idea Collector. And y'all don't have to have a fancy book for your idea collecting. It can be a composition book that you can get for 50 cents at Walmart. Let's put this guy in here and somewhere too. Stick him there. Maybe some of this, more of this washi tape here. Piece of this. You can make a list, and I have lists of those as well, list of different type of journals by theme. You can have song lyrics, Bible verses, movies you've watched. It can be, your pets, cats. It can be all about, any particular animal or theme or something. Here's a piece of this red. What other color do I have? I think I'll just go with this. So I'm going to take this rubber band off of here. And this one I'll tie at the top. These are just the leftover scraps from when I made the covers out of fabric covered cardstock. That's all this is cardstock, guys. Just cardstock, plain old cheap cardstock. Have that up there, and see, then they still are removable. Okay, so you can have, I might add some more of that different color after a while. There's just a piece of brown paper from the back of a stamp. Let's just throw that in there somewhere. Let's put it with him. Maybe another piece of tape. And then when you go over this with paint, let's see, where's my red? I had that red paint. Here we go. Here's that red leftover paint from when I did the journal cover. Oh, thank you, Cammie. Thank you for the super sticker. If you send me your address and let me know what sticker, I'll send you one of my handmade stickers if you have one in mind. Thank you so much. Let me write you down. Just send me your address. I don't share it with anybody. And I will send you a sticker, or I'll surprise you with a sticker if you don't know what one you want. Let me put my email in here. Here's my email. Email me your address if you'd like a sticker. I'm going to write it down here, Cammie sticker. And if you know which one you'd like, just tell me and I'll write it down. Okay, so now I got this red. Now, I don't like to put red too much on splatters around people because it looks like, something happened to them. But you can, do other. This is just a little bit of leftovers. Not much on there, but you can just, go over your tape or something. A hummingbird? Okay, hummers it is. Wrote it down. Just send me your address so I can mail it out to you. All right. So yeah, that paint was almost all dry. That's the paint that I used to paint my journal, and then I varnished it with 2 coats of varnish. Yeah, love that. Can't wait to use that. All right, so let's see. I got these little tabs left over. I'll just go ahead and glue a couple of tabs on here. No apparent reason. I don't need a hair. One of my hairs got caught there. Thank you, Cami, for supporting the channel. I appreciate it. Y'all go follow Cami, Color with Cami. She has a YouTube channel, Coloring. So go follow her. And anybody y'all see when you're talking to people and getting to know people, there's Anne. If Anne do I eat pizza cola? I don't like leftover pizza. Hubster does. Everybody I know loves leftover pizza. I like my pizza fresh, piping hot, like so hot it'll burn the top of your roof of your mouth, and then I don't want to see it again. I don't like leftover pizza. That's a good question. If y'all follow Anne. Anne also has an awesome mixed media channel. Let's see. All right, I had another one of those little tabs here. I shuffled it away somewhere. There it is. There's a 4. They're just because they're red. I'm just kind of going with the colors here. So let's go back up here toward the front and put this 4 on here. Getting a haircut in your work. Well, I keep my hair pinned up on top of my head when I'm working because it's not quite down to my waist, but it's pretty long. Janet's hair is longer than mine, but it is pretty long, and it does get in the way sometimes when I'm working. So I keep it in, keep it in these, clipped up so it's out of my way. Okay, let's put a little bit of that there. Here's a question: thin or thick? Pizza, Kathy? I like deep dish. I like deep dish, but I like it. I don't like it doughy. I like it well done dough. I don't like the thin crust. I like the deep dish. Yeah. What about you, Kathy? And hi, by the way. There's some Bria Reese watercolor leftover, some kind of leftover swatch. We're going to put that in here. Let's put that right there. And again, now we can go in here and add different paints. Let me go ahead and let's see. Let's go ahead and do this real quick just to show y'all some different things. So we can get, where's my scraper? I need to get some red paint. Here we go. Because that's all dried out from yesterday. Just get a little bit of red. Maybe we'll get a little, let's do red and black. Let's get some black. A little black. Pick some up with the palette knife. Do a little bit of some black, some red. And then again, acrylic paint, you need to dry this because you will glue your pages shut. Yeah, Kathy. And you can also take, while it's still damp, take a baby wipe and you can smear some around while it's still damp. And you can, fill up a lot of edges and a lot of, get it messier. Is anybody having fun? Am I the only one having fun with this? I tell you, I have so much fun with this. And again, you can add stickers. Let's just pick a sticker here. Random something. Let's see. What do we want? I don't really want flowers. Here's a manta ray. There's a manta ray or something here. Let's, you can start putting down stickers. You can use your stamps. Of course, we have our words here. Here's understand, realm, and vision, and view. Those will be good for this book. So I'm going to let's go back to the front here. Get a rubber band to kind of hold it in place while I'm doing this. Oops. So we got, let's go with understand. And again, you can ink the edges, you can paint this, you can go around it, you can doodle, you can, do all kinds of, just whatever. I'm changing your you're sharing your okay. So there's understand. Let's move a couple pages over. And I'm just using a rubber band to hold it open. Okay, then we got realm. And I didn't put see, that's why I have this here. I let it down and now it's not in the tip. You want to, make sure you put the cap on though, because I've filled up one of these with glue without putting the cap on. But that way it's always ready. Oops. It's always ready to go. Okay, there's realm. Now let's go a couple more pages. There's vision, and we'll go toward the back. Now we'll put the rubber band on this side. And view. The words just all kind of work together. Let's see. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Carly. All right, so now let's go with some stamping, maybe. Let's go with this one. I like that one. And again, we can get out different colors of ink. Let's get out red ink. Let's see here. I'll go with this kind of maroony color. Let's go with this color of Stays On. And then you can use the leftovers to kind of give it, ghosted images. Or you can just stamp it again. And then you can go in there and paint and doodle or just whatever. You can do anything. That's the thing about a junk journal, is because you can do whatever you want. Okay, so you can do that. You can ink the edges. You can ink all your edges. Do that. Do a couple. Go over the tape. Go over some of those tape pieces. Okay. Let's see. What else do we want to use? And then, where's my phone? So if you're liking this and you're Marsh, otherwise, you could give me a I just so forgot I had this soundboard. So anyway, here's a rooster. And if I don't see anybody talking, just in the apps, I don't even know if it's still around anymore. I've had it for probably 10 years. It's called Soundboard. And there's just, whoops. I think those are bees. But there's so many. There's so many different Barley. Anyway, so it's just fun. I just found it again after a long time. All right, let's see. Here's a little piece of red. I'm gonna put this down. And I think we'll do a giveaway. Y'all would y'all like one of these already made up? Not with anything in it. You'd have to fill it yourself. But if y'all would think that would be a fun giveaway, I think this is a sticker. Is this a sticker or a stamp? Or just a piece of, I don't want to glue it down if it's, I mean, I'll peel it if it's a sticker. No, I don't think it's a sticker. I probably won't get to, let's see, today's Wednesday. I probably won't get to the post office maybe till Friday or Saturday. So I wouldn't get it mailed out. I wouldn't get it mailed out till a couple of days. Usually when I do giveaways on Monday, I already mailed out everything yesterday. I'll go to the post office. I go to the post office on Tuesday. But if I do a giveaway on Wednesday, it may not be till Friday or Saturday that I get back to the post office. So, and this is just a whole bunch of little pieces of scraps of paper and tissue and stuff, you know, like this is a good piece here. Let's go ahead and I can tear it probably. These little gold dragonflies. That's kind of cute. Let's put one of those down. And that's good with the glue stick here. So we'll put that down with the glue stick. Hi, Christy. Who else am I missing? Barbara. All right. I need some fresh baby wipes. Let's throw those away. And I got to remember that my trash is over on this side. All right. And if y'all missed me showing all my other journals this morning, go back and watch the show from the beginning later. And so you can see all kinds of different journals that we showed. All right, so let's see. What else do we want to use in here? Well, so I could stamp something else. Oh, wait, let's go with some more fabric and lace or something here. A couple pieces of lace. Do I have something red in here? Here's some kind of maroon color. Here's a little snippet of red something. Let's go right here. All right, so I'll put down some lace. Piece of this fabric. More glue. You could also staple. I could get out. Let me get out my tiny attacher. Hang on. Let me put this here. Let me get out my tiny attacher. Okay. All right, here we go. So, yeah, everybody needs a tiny attacher. Oh, my gosh. All right. There's another little piece of something. Let's glue that down. Rebecca knows. When I worked out in the driveway art years ago, and I'd say, "Well, let me get out my heat tool," and I'd have the big blower, you know, the weed blower. Okay, so there's that. Hi, Lori Painty Girl. All right, let me get a sip of my water. I need to take a quick break. All that water. Okay, so I'm going to do a BRB, and I can get some of this glue. See, look at my gluey painting hands. So let me get, and then I can get some of this off my hands, and then we'll work in this a little bit, and then we'll do a giveaway. This needs to be weighted down there. Let's do that. There we go. BRB. All right, I'll be right back. I got the bulk of the glue anyway. Some of the ink's not going to come off. I got the bulk of the glue. All right, let me check up on chat. Pamela, and I'm sure Zena. Thanks everybody for being here. Can you ask Lori to check to see if she has... Lori, can you see Angie? Lori, Angie is asking, well, let me click on her. She wants to know if you ever blocked. She can't, oh, she can see you. Okay, so let's move that. I don't know. Yeah, she sees you. She sees you, Angie. Did you ask her a question or something? Maybe she stepped away for a minute. Okay, so let's see what else we can add in here. Let's add some more of these little things, and we can do them in red here. All right, let's do some of these little dots. All right, let's do some of these little, I don't know what they are. So inking, painting, scraping. All right. Any questions? Anybody have any questions or anything? Let's see what others. Let's see. Let's look at some other stencils here. Let's move that over to the side. Move the inks over. What other stencils do we have here? Still got a piece of this stencil that we tore up. Paper stencil. We'll use these. Use these bits. Well, let's give it some place of prominence. We'll add something hanging off the edge, either a tag or a lace or a fabric or something. Are y'all getting inspired? Some I already did that, Rachel. That's how I got all this. I did that at the very beginning. I did the Smackin' Dragon. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you for the super sticker. If you want to send me your address and let me know what sticker you would like, I will send you out a sticker. I'll write you down, Barbara. Okay, here's my email. My email and my post office box are always in my About tab. Let's see here. There we go. Thank you. Thank you, Barbara. Oh, you just wanted to practice? Okay, well, that's all right, Barb. If you want a sticker, do you know what sticker you would like? I will send you one. Excuse the squeaky chair, but it's my most comfortable chair. Don't get rid of it. Did I say hi to you, CK? I said hi to Barbara. Who else? So Barbara Every, do you know the stickers, or you can let me know? All right, so let's see here. We still got a couple pages that have nothing on them. Let's go ahead and put a little bit more scrapey stuff on here. That's over the tape there. And again, you got to dry the acrylic because you will glue your pages together. I can't stress that enough. All right, let's see what else. Let's see, washi tapes. What else do we have here? And you can use, like, here's some Christmas washi. You could use up old washi tapes that you want to just use up. Okay, all right. Well, if you do change your mind, send me your address. I don't share it with anybody. Hi, sister. Is there a sound for super sticker? There's the applause. There is the applause. Now I don't know what I do with my phone. Oh, there it is. There's the applause one. That would work. Let's see, what else do we have here? There's the doorbell. There's just tons of them. Like, if I don't want to do a barking dog, because people with cats they'll freak their cats out, but we could do a cow. My cat's looking at me. There is an angry cat. I don't want to do that. Let's see. Crowd laughing. Bye, Devin. So there's all kinds of, there's just tons of them. All right. Let's see. Let's dry that a little bit. All right. So does anybody else have any questions, comments, want to see something else put on or in these books? Don't forget, we're shouting out today for the little mini books. Hers are smaller than this. The little mini books, we're shouting out BB Henry art on Instagram and YouTube. So you can shut them like this. We can put some more, some more things hanging off the edges. You can put words, you can stamp, you can put focal images, you can do journaling, just like you would a large journal. These are just smaller ones. And again, I showed some of the ones earlier. If y'all missed them, I showed all these, and I showed this one that used to be one journal that got out of control. I showed this earlier. So if you missed the beginning of the show, I showed all of these and more. So let's see. All right, let me see if we have any questions. Do you use the Tim stamp to your left? Tim, these? Yes, I did use I think I used this one. I used this one. I haven't used this one today. And then I used some of these alphabet ones. I used some of those. I used some of the stencils. Here's a couple pieces more, those little tickets. And then these stamps here, which is these as well. They go on here too. Got those. Yeah. Strips of, you can make rag flags, like, just tie pieces of ribbon or fabric to paper clips. And you can use these on paper clips or to tie them. I use some ties on here. You can use your elastic cording to tie. Here's the other one we did a little while ago. Just, whatever you want to put in it. And you can continue to add to. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, I just set these out, Kathy. I did pull these this morning. I pulled these out, but we didn't use all these. These acrylic stamps here. And these Stampers Anonymous ones. We got all these. I say we use them here. So I like these because they're generic and they're like just messy and they're fun to use. So we did that. And let's see. We did the Smack and Dragon. We used some Posca. Let's get some more. Let's do a little more doodling. Get some Poscas out here. Let me put the stamp in there. So again, let's see, maybe we could use some yellow, some orange. Oh, let's go with this color here. This is kind of a mustardy color. So you can doodle, scribble, do the drips. You can just do anything. They are cool, Christopher. Yeah, they're Stampers Anonymous stamps, and they're all just different textures. I'm gonna add some oranges in here. Scribbles. I did some of those. You can go, around. All right. Well, I think y'all get the idea. I just wanted to do a shout out to BB Henry because I came across her YouTube channel a couple weeks ago and I really liked her little mini journals. So I said, well, let's just pull out some junk journals and make some minis. So, okay. Off topic, but 2 sets of prompts. Okay, Terry, I'll pull you 2 sets of prompts. Oh, and I want to read out of our inspiration book and we'll do a giveaway. So how we'll do the giveaway is, let me move these two here to the side. Let's move the paint off the table. I have a little stack of trays up underneath my table where I keep those. If y'all missed seeing yesterday, I showed these on IG. I showed this one on Monday, and then I showed the small sewing one yesterday. I posted those on Instagram. So if you want to see them without the glass. Okay, let me get the prompts. Get the prompts. Let's move this black paint off of here. All right. Let me get a stack. And then I need the prompt. Well, I mean the inspiration book. I want to read out of this. And I want to finish up my zine this week. Get that out to Janet. You have till the 1st of October to get it to her. So I need to get crack-a-lack on mine. All right, so 2 sets of prompts for Terry. And if anybody else wants it, this doesn't have anything to do with the zine. It's just if you want some prompts to play with, I showed Terry's and Linda Renz's earlier today. So if you want to see those, again, you have to go back on my show. Okay, so here we go. Thank you, Christopher. All right, so Terry wants 2 sets for the weekend. Kitten, deep sea helmet. And if you want something different, let me know, Terry. This is not the zine. An apple. Second set, Zentangle, path, and gate. And if y'all don't want to play along or play with the prompts, at least write the prompts down. Write them down in your Society of Idea Collector notebook. Write them down so that when you think, well, I just don't know what to do, I can't think of any ideas. Well, you'll have all these already written down. So you'll have ideas, if you just need some ideas. You'll take a set too, Christopher? Okay. All right. So there you go. Are those all right? Terry said those are good. Okay. And then Christopher, here we go. Let's see what you get. Earth, plaid, and paint palette. And again, if you want something different, because a lot of people get the same ones, even though I mix them up and I probably got 300 of them, they still, every now and then, they'll get the same ones. Okay, are those good for you, Christopher? And then Tori and Tori O'Neill and Miriam wants some as well. Dee Dee, what did you use for the cover of the small journal? There, it's fabric over cardstock, Kathy. Fabric over cardstock. And I have a little extra cardstock in the middle, 2 pieces of cardstock glued together and covered with fabric. That's all it is. And they're not, I didn't score them. They're just folded over. Okay, so those are good for Christopher. Okay, so next is, let me go back. I want to get them in order. The next person was Tori O'Neill. Tori O'Neill, your 3 are, hang on, let me separate them here. Lion, ice, and kite. Lion, ice, and kite. And Miriam, M-M-N-W, Miriam, orange, waterfall, and cathedral. Okay. Oh, good. I'm glad you like them. Let's see. I'll show all of them in here in a minute, Kathy, because I'm going to let people pick what color they would like. All right. So, bye, Kathy. I was going to show you the journals, but okay, bye. Let's see, Danielle. Anybody else I missed? Okay, there we go. So these I'm going, and while the what do you call it? While the zine swap is going on, I am making sure that nobody gets these again, so they go in a bag. And so, whoops, they go in the bag, so those don't get repeated until after the zine swap. So we got the zine swap. Hopefully, everybody is going to get theirs sent into Janet by the 1st of October. All right, let's see. A cathedral map. There you go, Christopher. See, that makes you think, right? Doesn't it make you think outside the box? All right, so move that up out of the way. I want to, we'll do the giveaway and then I'll do the reading of the creativity book. All right, so these are the 2 we worked in today, the red and the mustard color. And then these are the other ones that I have started. Well, there's 9 pieces of cardstock, I think, 9 or 10 pieces of cardstock in each one. And I posted one today. Oh, you did? You posted okay, let me go look at Christopher's here. Let's see. I saw the cat one. I love that one, Christopher. And Christopher comes on at 2 Eastern. He streams Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern. Okay, let's see. I love the cat one. If y'all miss it, go to Christopher_Runciman_Canada. I love this one. Y'all have to go read them because it's I can't. They don't hold when I pinch and drag. So go look at Christopher's. I love this. I love this cat right there. Look at that one. Isn't that awesome? And then the next one he had, okay, I haven't seen this one, and I got to see this one he said for today. Magical Creatures. Is that the one you're talking about for the 3rd of the zines? So y'all go over there and read the Magical Creatures. But look at all this. This is amazing. This is an amazing drawing, Christopher. Uh-oh, that's not Lori, is it? That's not Lori getting ready to give you a bite on the neck. So let's see. Oh, there's a lot on this one. Oh, that's because it's not folded here. So that's unfolded, and then this is the sequence. So y'all go read Christopher. It is Lori. Oh my gosh, that's funny, Christopher. Yeah, super cat. Okay, so let's go ahead. And how I'll do this is we'll do 1 US, 1 international. And how I'll do this, let me get a couple of white envelopes up here somewhere. Oh, wait, they're over here. If I can get to them, because it is pretty tricky to step through. Y'all can see my floor right now. All right. So what I'll do, let's make some space. Put a couple Post-it notes on here. All right, don't do anything yet. Oh, it's not Lori? Okay, well, good. All right, that post-it note is gone. I keep throwing my trash where the old trash used to be. I moved my trash can, and that is so hard to do when you're used to throwing your trash without even thinking, you know? All right, so there we go. All right, so how we're going to do it, how I'm going to mail them is, and you get to pick one of these 5 colors because, of course, I use the red and the mustard color. So there's orange, green, pink polka dot, blue kind of texture, and or teal color, and olive green. Okay, those are the colors. And how I'll mail them to you is like this. I'll flatten them out, and I'll probably put two like this. This is how they're going to get mailed to you. Okay. So when you get it, you'll have to, just, fold it up and put it together. It's no big deal. But so yeah, that's how I'll mail them. So I'll do one US, one international. I think we did US first last time. So we'll do international first. Let me get a pen. That's where's my Sharpie? Here we go. All right. So we'll do international first. I moved mine this week and the trash is all over the place. I know. I'm looking over here where, oh, see, there's some, one of my baby wipes I threw away. It's down there underneath in the wrong place because I moved my trash from my right to the left. Okay, so we'll do international first. Wait till I type in go. Listen to the rules. International only first. Okay, listen to the rules. When I type in go, put in a number between 1 and 100. And I'll bring up random.org. Let me get over to random. Go over to random.org. And after the numbers, we'll pick a number between 1 and 100. The first person closest without going over the cover, they're fabric. It's just fabric, Colleen. I showed it at the beginning, so you have to go back and look. They're just fabric covered cardstock, all of them, just different, cotton fabric. Okay. Okay. First person closest after I type in go, put in a number between 1 and 100. Make sure you have live chat clicked at the top of the window, just so you see all the numbers. And the first person closest without going over, let me move my little thing, super sticker there. Thank you, Barbara, for showing Pamela how to do it. Okay. Okay. Don't change your numbers. Don't remove your numbers and say, well, I want a new number. That doesn't work here with me on StreamYard. So don't change your numbers. Okay. First person closest without going over. Okay. Yes, you're in time for the get. Well, this is international first, Marsh. So don't put a number in this time. We're going to do a separate for USA. This one is international only. Okay. International only. Then we're going to do USA after that. Okay. All right. There we go. International only. And while you're doing that for a minute, I'll just kind of put away some of my paints while I'm sitting here, because it is a mess. It is a very big mess on my table here. So while y'all are doing that, I will pick up a little bit. Little fabric bits, glue. All right. Don't dilly-dally, dawdle, or lollygag. All right. Okay, get your numbers down. I'm going to start counting down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Marsh. Okay, so there we go. Stop. Let me go over to random.org. International only. First person closest to 75 without going over. 75. First person closest to 75. Let me move all these little pieces of stuff. 75 without going over. So let me scroll back. Let me scroll. Dot got it right on the nose. So Dot got it right on the nose. Okay, Dot, what color do you want? And I do have your address. So which color would you like, Dot? Olive, blue, pink, lime, or orange? Which color would you like? Dot wins quite often, but she plays a lot. So, all right. So let's see which color she wants. Dot is one of our she's one of our older ladies. She lives in the UK. She used to be a pharmacist. That's why she's Dr. Dot. So which color would you like? You get to pick first, Dot. Which color before we go on to US? Which color? Blue. Okay, so Dot gets blue. All right, so what I'm going to do, this is how I'm going to mail them. I'm going to flatten it out like this. Going to flatten it out and do it side by side. And so that way it will just go as a, just as an envelope instead of a package. Okay, so Dot, that's yours. Okay, so next we're going to do USA. USA only. Same rules apply. Wait till I type in go. Wait till I type in go. Congratulations again, Dot. Okay, there we go. USA only. 1 to 100. One number only. First person closest without going over. Let me keep picking up while y'all do that. I'll put all my journals back on the shelf. All right. One number only, USA only. Okay. Put this board away. See, I can pick up pretty quick. But there's just a lot. All right, I'm going to count down. Everybody get your numbers in. Stamps away. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Zena, only your top number will count. If you put more than one, only the top number will count. Okay, so you put in more than one, so only your top number will count. Okay, there we go. All righty, let's go over to random.org. All right, first person closest, new number. That was for the international. Let me click it. 9. First person closest to 9 without going over. The number 9. USA only. All right, let's see. Let me scroll back. First person closest to 9 without going over. See, I see a 3. See, Christine G has 5. Okay, it looks like Christine G. It looks like you got it. So send me your address. I might have it, but send it to me just to make sure. Okay. Christine G had 5. Okay. So Christine, let me show you the colors. You tell me which color you want. These are the colors that you have to pick from. Olive, pink, lime, and orange. Which color would you like? Which color, Christine? Give it a second because there is a little bit of a lag. Guess I got to. Yes, you're gonna have to make your own, Marsh. I saw it, Marsh. You have those big Society Idea Collectors books now. I saw you had the 800 page. Was it 600? Whatever it was, Marsh. Okay, Christine, what color do you want? Pink. Okay, so she wants pink. All right, so what I'm going to do is take this apart. I'm sure everybody has their own rubber bands. So I'm going to kind of flatten it out and put the cover and the paper. And then you have your junk journal ready to go. Okay? All right, so thanks, guys, for playing. I hope that was fun for you guys. Now I'm going to quickly read out of our 1001 Ways to Be Creative, creativity. If y'all have any questions, put it in caps. Now's the time to ask. Or you have any suggestions. 800. Right? And you got a good deal. Marsh got, he got, somehow when he went looking for the big, big journals, 800 pages or 600 pages, they came up for $5 or something. So he bought 2 of them, and then he went back to get some more, and they were up to $20. So you got some good deal. You got a steal there, Marsh. Oh, I keep wanting to put my trash. I might have to put the trash back on this side, move things around again, because it's gonna bug me. All right, yeah. I'm pretty sure I have your address, Christine, but just to make sure, because I've got multiple Christines, and I want to make sure I send it to the right Christine. Okay, so send me your address again, Christine. Here's my email again. I know I have dot to dots, but I have multiple Christines, and I don't want to send it to the wrong one. So if you don't mind, send me your address again. Okay. Let's see. Got that. Let's do this. All right. I got my little stack of stickers to send out. And again, I'm going to take a second real quick and read all the prompts, not the prompts, but the supplies and stuff we use today. So if you want to write them down again, anybody? All right, let's see. See, I've got half the room picked up already. That's pretty good. All right, I'm going to read these real quick. So if you want to write them down, and then I will read out of the creativity book. Okay, so we started with Smack and Dragon, which was laying down inks and smacking and dragging the papers in the ink to give us this background. This stuff right here, that's with smacking and dragging through the ink. So these are some other things that we used or talked about using, okay? You're welcome, Ann Megs. Jelly plate papers, deli papers, tissue paper, small scraps of paper, words, letters, numbers, stencils, Posca paints, and any kind of other markers, like here's the Tombow. You can use these on your your acrylic stamps to make, instead of an ink pad. Stickers, postage stamps, rubber stamps, ribbon, trim, lace, fabric, tapes, washi tapes, scribbles, drips, scrape, quotes, paint, scrapbook papers, napkins, tissue paper. I might be repeating a couple. Book pages, ledger papers, deli paper, jelly plated papers, copy paper, doodled papers, magazines, rice paper, gift wrapping, and wallpaper. So that's all the different things we talked about. We didn't use all that, but there's your option, some of your options. So make you a list in your binder, your composition book, wherever you keep your ideas. Okay, we're going to read out of our 1001 Ways of Creativity, and then we're going to head out. I hope everybody had fun. Rachel made a point. Oh, she's not talking to me. It's not in caps. Okay, you're welcome. Thanks, guys, for being here. And if any of these quotes, if some idea occurs to you while I'm reading them, write down your idea, because this just could trigger an idea for you, and you want to write that down. Okay? This one's from Lucille Ball. One of the things I learned the hard way was that it doesn't pay to get discouraged. Keeping busy and making optimism a way of life can restore your faith in yourself. Trying to please everybody is a sure way to guarantee failure. Create for yourself and use your own sense of fulfillment as the gauge for success or failure. Adversity is sometimes necessary for creativity to flow. Many flowers need a hard frost before they bloom. Find an inspirational quote and pin it above your workspace to motivate yourself when the going is hard. The greater the artist, the greater the doubt. Perfect confidence is granted to the less talented as a consolation prize. Failure is the path of least persistence. Don't let routine become part of your problem. Vary where and when you work, especially if your creative juices are not flowing. Just don't move your garbage can. Just kidding. That's mine. A blank page or canvas can be intimidating. Just make a start. However, and the intimidation will melt away. If you're not failing every now and again, it's a sign you're not doing anything very innovative. That's Woody Allen. Better to have tried and failed than never to have tried at all. If you don't feel inspired, it may be because you have cut yourself off from all sources of inspiration. Actively seeking out new experiences is the only way to ensure a steady stream of inspiration. And we'll stop there, read some more next week. And yeah, so if anybody has any questions, ideas, things they want to ask or tell anybody about or share, let me know before we head out. And Christopher, let me click on him. Christopher comes on at 2. There's his channel name. Thank you, Debbie Bruce. Good to see you here. Thank you, Miriam. And Ann Lar streams. Miriam streams. What did you say, sister? Sister said, cracking up about the gag age can. Let's see who else we got. Of course, y'all know Marsh. Marsh, he streamed. Yes, and Rachel is bad. Marsh. Shh. Marsh streamed last night. If y'all missed it, go watch the recording. Of course, y'all know Janet. Janet's where you send your zine swaps to. If you don't have her address, message her on Instagram, and she'll tell you where to send your zines. Who else am I seeing here? There's my Picola is my Snapdragon. Always good to have her here. Let's see. Scrolling through. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks everybody for being here. Cami Colors, she has a YouTube. So, you're welcome. Hi, Joan. I just saw you. Good to see you. All right, guys. Well, I'll head out. We'll see you at other streamers, or we'll see you here back Monday at 8:30 a.m. I stream every Monday and Wednesday, 8:30 to 11:30 to noon, sometime in there, about 3 hours. And we like to share, call out other people. Don't forget today's person we called out was B Henry, the letter B Henry. Her name is Brooke on Instagram and on YouTube. Gave us inspiration for mini journals today. And so we'll head out. So thanks everybody. And thanks. Thanks Tashel. Rachel and I have a thing where we we put the wrong, typo each other's names. Thank you, Janet, for being here and being an awesome mod, and Tina too, and Julie Topaz. All right, guys, y'all have a blessed day. Bye.